All right, scrimmage one. It was good to get the guys out there, see them compete. It was first time that we've been live this spring, tackling to the ground. Guys did a great job handling that. Did also a good job protecting their teammates. Thought we ran the ball with some physicality. On the day early, I think the defense was doing a really good job. Hit an explosive play, pass for a touchdown early on in the scrimmage, and then the offense was able to convert on some red area opportunities down there, and both 2 minutes, offense was able to get it down to where they could kick a field goal for 2 minute opportunities to win. We missed one of those. But altogether, good day, good competitive day. Won't be able to answer a ton of questions on performances until I go back and watch the film, but just good to see our guys get out there, compete, and play physical.
Talk about operating clean between either offensive line, penalties, holds, snaps, that many new guys. How did the offensive line look from a clean operation standpoint?
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of penalties up front. I think we had a false start early, and then our snaps were much better today than they had been. Have some different pieces and parts rotating, but overall, I thought they operated well. Still got to work to push the tempo and be able to go as fast as we want to go at times.
Just being back in Austin, we heard you playing Shout. What was it like with fans in there? What was the energy like for you guys?
Yeah, it's just fun to practice where you play, right? And just create as much of a game environment as possible for our guys. It's one of the best, stadiums and venues in the nation. Anytime we get to go in there and compete is fun for us.
How did you watch the film, and what are you evaluating for? What are the things that you're hoping to see pop up?
Yeah, you got to figure out, okay, who are the guys that we got to make sure we get on the field and get involved? Who are the guys that are close that we can get them there if we coach the technique properly? And then where's the want to? What's that look like? Where are the team players? What kind of body language the guys play with when things go well, when things don't go well, right? A lot of opportunities, a lot of things to coach. And then schematically, what do we need to change to make sure that we're prepared for certain situations?
In general, how has place kicking been this spring? I think you mentioned Grant was out for a bit, but Camden, how's everybody looked out there doing that?
Cam's been really consistent and done a good job. Grant's, been limited a little bit with some hamstring stuff, but I thought Cam did a good job today. Considering you see those guys get back, Andrew's been nursing a little bit of a knee injury as well.
With the punters, how has Luke been kind of settling in?
Yeah, I think we're looking for more consistency. Those guys are performing, and we hit some great kicks at times. We just got to be continuing to create consistency. Ross and Luke have been great competition for each other for that standpoint.
Any live returns today?
We're alive till whistle, and we stopped after contact.
In a scrimmage-like setting, how nice is it to have a guy like Ty Thompson that's been here for so long, been here for 3 years down the program?
Yeah, it's great. Ty did an awesome job on a hole shot today. Turned it into a big play, touchdown opportunity. So it was good to see him out there operating and executing at a high level.
Do you leave today with any sort of a better feeling on first team, second team, or are there still too many moving pieces to kind of get a feel for that?
Yeah, a lot of moving parts there. I don't have clear indications necessarily right now for that. More so about there's going to be more than 11 guys that can play for us on offense. There's going to be more than 11 guys that can play for us on defense. The goal is how many can we have, right? As many as we can. That's how many we want to be able to use.
Is Terrence able? Okay.
What do you feel like Harper and JPJ have done trying to get in at center, working in there, replacing Forsyth? Just how much Forsyth meant to your front?
Yeah, I don't think you replace that experience overnight. It just takes work. It takes time. The good thing about both those guys is they care. They're consistent. They're going to come out there and work every single day to get to create that. And the fact that it matters to them, I think they really push to be like that.
T-Ferg able to give it a go today?
No, he's going to be down for a while. For us, we're just going to be precautionary there with him and hold him out for the rest of the spring.
So for a position that's kind of thin to begin with, just how you feel about the depth situation for now? All right, there's some young guys getting opportunities, Kenyon in particular, but also with the portal now open, your outlook at the position when, case in point, somebody goes down, you're down to two guys quickly.
Yeah, the good thing for us is we have a lot of guys on our roster that have played tight end as well at other times. They might not be listed at tight end on our roster, but that doesn't mean that they can't play tight end. So I think we have some position versatility with the guys we have on our team. Always going to look for opportunities to enhance our program if the right people present themselves.
You said that you guys connected on a deep touchdown earlier, had a few scores. Are you willing to share any of the guys that got into the end zone today?
I think Trayshawn had a big one. I think Chris Hudson was able to convert on one down in the red area. And then we had some good runs as well.
Any havoc plays defensively?
Yeah, there certainly were. Can't remember one necessarily stuck out. We didn't throw any picks today, but we were able to get the ball out early on in the scrimmage. Means we got to do a better job of ball security on offense.
I know you still need to watch film and everything, but what are your instant kind of impressions of Austin Novosad first time playing in Austin?
Yeah, thought he had good control. Thought he threw some good balls that didn't get completed, but it wasn't necessarily because he can't throw it and catch it. All right, so we got to do a better job catching the ball. But Austin operated well today. I think he handled things well.
How is the freshman running backs, Dante and Jaden? How have they kind of just looked through spring ball going into today as well?
Yeah, today's fun for me because we're not thud tempo; it's to the ground. So sometimes things that people think are tackles in practice, you really find out today. Dante had some really tough runs, ran really well. Jaden's been really cerebral as far as picking up what we're doing offensively and able to do multiple things. I think he had a couple errors today that he wants to be ahead of, but those are two really good young backs. I'm glad they're on our roster.
Mace also feels so strong for you. He's always been a consistent low gear guy. How do you get that greater consistent performance in the high gear spots?
Talking about who?
Mace Funa.
What do you mean?
How do you get him more in the away from the back, TFL, sacks, those opportunities compared to more run stopping, which has always been a strong suit for him?
Create him in practice as much as you can. Create pass rush opportunities that he can take advantage of.
The legislation that passed on unlimited official visits, we talked about it like a year ago, but now that it's happening, initial thoughts of what the plans will be to utilize that and how important game days, which were always important, how much more they become if that many more visitors are here.
Yeah, the thing that I don't think's changed is how many visits we actually have, right? So if that doesn't change, I think you still, it's great to be able to get guys on campus, but if you're one of 10 visits, what's the likelihood of you getting them is 10%. We can't bat at 10% when we bring people on an official visit. So if we're still going to be limited in the number of official visits we can actually have on campus, right, I don't think that necessarily means that we change it. We do a good job of using the ones we have, but I'm not interested in practicing recruiting. So bringing people because they want to come out here, we bring people that are interested in being Ducks.
With the portal open today, Dan, for the next couple of weeks, in terms of the opening part, how much of the next couple of weeks for planning is retention, but also you have opportunity the next couple of Saturdays too, and midweek for that matter, to bring guys who are jumping in the portal here to visit to see practice, which half the country doesn't have after today.
Yeah, I don't know how many people we'll bring really while we're wrapping up spring ball. Our focus is going to be to develop the team that we have here, but we're certainly going to have our eyes open. If the right opportunity presents itself, we could trip somebody, but I don't know that that'll necessarily happen. I can't speak on that until we see something that fits us.
You guys announced Marcus and Javon as guest coaches. What are you hoping your guys get out of that experience? Why are those guys good ambassadors?
They're good ambassadors because they're obviously phenomenal players, but also phenomenal people, right? And anytime you have guys that were just tremendous Ducks that care so much about our program and make an effort to give back, it's always great to recreate that. That's special for our players, but it's just as special for our fans. They're loved and adored by every Duck out there. So love having them back for us.
Still a lot of tape to watch, but as far as communication in the secondary, there's a lot of new pieces, a lot of moving pieces in that group. How'd you see them perform today?
I thought that was pretty good today. I thought that was pretty consistent. Again, have to go watch the tape and see it. Again, there was a big play touchdown. Don't want to do that, but they did do a good job of being up on guys and, prevent some explosive plays. But yeah, the communication was good.